Yo, what up? You're with your bro Rafaela. And there's story time again. So we have another mass shooting, but this time at Virginia Beach that left 12 people dead inside of a government building. So there's going to be 3 clips that I'm going to show you from the news. And I'm going to just give you my opinion on what's really going on and what we really need to do to really reduce this madness, because it's getting out of hand, like big time out of hand. But anyways, here goes the first clip.
Mass shooting in Virginia Beach, a gunman unleashing a barrage of bullets at a city building, leaving at least 12 people dead.
At least 4 others remain hospitalized tonight. The shooter killed in a gunfight with police, and tonight we're learning he was a disgruntled city employee. Police rushing to a city government building in Virginia Beach, responding to reports of an active shooter.
Gunshot wound, 2405 Courthouse Drive. Callers advising of a male in front of building 2, possibly shot.
We heard shooting. But we didn't think it was that close.
Eyewitnesses say scores of workers were inside the city municipal center when police say the gunman walked into building number 2 and opened fire shortly after 4 Friday afternoon.
And he immediately began to indiscriminately fire upon all the victims.
The alleged shooter, a longtime employee of public utilities, according to police, was shot and killed in a gun battle with responding officers.
Even though he was involved in a long-term moving gun battle with these officers, when he went down, they did what cops do, and they rendered first aid to this individual. He succumbed to his wounds.
This is the most devastating day in the history of Virginia Beach. The people involved are our friends, co-workers, neighbors, colleagues.
And for now, no official word on a motive or if anyone was targeted. Police say they will eventually identify the gunman, but will only mention a name once and after that he will forever be referred to as the suspect, because their focus will be on the victims and their families.
We are learning more tonight about the 12 people who were shot and killed Friday at a municipal building in Virginia Beach. Some had worked there for decades, including Robert Williams, who had put in 41 years. The gunman had worked there for 15 years. He resigned the morning of the shooting. Here's Jeff Begase.
In a short email sent last Friday, Dwayne Craddock quit his job with the city of Virginia Beach, citing personal reasons. Hours later, police say Craddock opened fire at his workplace, killing 12 people. One of them was Keith Cox. Friend and colleague Christy DeWar said he saved her life by directing her and 6 others to hide inside an office.
And we ran in there, and I turned and I said, come on, and he said, I'm going to go check on other people. Barricade yourself in.
Lakita Brown had worked for the city for 4.5 years. We spoke to her father today.
That's it. She was the epitome of selflessness. She lived to give, and her ministry was everything to her.
The city employees had received active shooter training. John Dudley works in the building but had left for the day when the shooting started.
They train you on these situations.
Active shooter training.
Yeah, active shooter training. Hide, fight,
run, hide, fight.
And that helped a lot, this.
The gunman was described as quiet but normal. One employee says he saw him brushing his teeth before the rampage. So far, no one has suggested that there were any warning signs. The FBI and police here are still trying to determine how long this gunman had been planning this attack. He did purchase his weapons legally, which is also not unusual. David.
Jeff Begase in Virginia Beach tonight. Thank you, Jeff.
People have been visiting the municipal center to pay their respects, and they've been dropping off little gestures honoring those who were lost. 13 News Now reporter Dana Smith is live there now with how the community is handling this tragedy. Dana.
That's right, Dan and Ashley. Take a look next to me at this growing memorial. There are 12 white crosses, each bearing the victims' names, covered in balloons, flowers, and prayers. A lot of people are still trying to come to terms with what happened here at the Virginia Beach Municipal Center. And there's a growing memorial in memory of those that we lost. There's still a lot of heartbreak and a lot of unanswered questions, but community members here in Virginia Beach have come together to support one another. Friends, family members, and neighbors have come to pray, reflect, and pay their respects to the lives that were lost. This memorial outside the municipal complex where 12 people lost their lives continues to grow. Today is a tough day for many as people get back to work and try to get back to reality after the devastating shooting. The tragedy is still hard to grasp for many, and all but one of the victims here were city employees, and 4 people remain in the hospital in critical condition. I'm live in Virginia Beach. Dana Smith, 13 News Now.
So as you heard, this former employee became disgruntled. He became unhappy with, I don't know if it was his job or his coworkers, but something was going on in his psyche because there's so many cray people just running around, getting out of hand, just going into these places and just start shooting up the place. Like there's no tomorrow. Like they don't give a shit. I mean, if you're having mental issues, I mean, can you just deal with it? Or is your self-esteem really that low? You're really that weak in the head, in the heart, and the soul? And when you go possess you just go grab your guns, and because you're mad at your coworkers. I mean, what happened? What did your coworkers do to you? And this guy has a history of having violent encounters with his coworkers. So, Dwayne. It goes for Dwayne. I mean, I can't really address him anymore because he's diseased. He died in a shootout with police. So, I mean, what? I mean, is this going to be the mass shooters of America? I mean, that's what we need to start calling them on social media. Mass shooters of America. That's what he actually is. I mean, at first, before the update came out, we all thought that he was fired from his job, but apparently he wasn't. He resigned. I mean, what happened? What was going on through his job? I mean, he violated his job conduct rules, but he was getting disciplinary action. He was not going to get fired. But I mean, what? I mean, all of a sudden you just became mad at the world. I mean, was he socially awkward? Because by looking at the picture, it looked like he enjoyed his life. And then you got people that are very political. They are using this tragedy for their political purposes and all that bullshit. When we shouldn't be really doing that. Because there's people that lost their family members. They lost their relatives. They lost close friends, their co-workers. And that shooting, if people are politicizing this already, that shows that we really lost respect for the victims. But start talking crap about the shooter. But no, but he was struggling. I mean, people bullied him, or they bullied her. Poor woman. Oh, she got all crazy. Oh, this man was just, he needs help. And it turns out they have no history of mental illness. It's just they got deranged all of a sudden. Their psyche broke down. And all of a sudden they're murderers. Because the problem, and then another thing is, we're having way too many trust on people that look and seem and act innocent. Well, don't get too trustworthy with them, because anybody can explode in any given moment. Whether you're innocent or not, that doesn't matter. Whether you're nerdy or not, whether you're socially awkward, it doesn't fucking matter. Because at one point there's going to be some events in their lives that they're just going to break down, and some of them are going to get violent. You don't know how they're going to react. We have to stop politicizing this before it gets any worse. If we want to make a change, a difference, we have to start politicizing it. Start creating a plan of action from both, not just the government, but civilians too. You gotta put your part in it. Gotta put your part in it. We gotta just stop selling guns and weapons to just anybody, to everybody, the whole wide world that comes to any city, any gun store. We gotta really filter out who can buy a gun and who can't. There's so many crazy people out there. We want to filter out the people that are just crazy, deranged. They're full of revenge. That's what they want to do. They just want to use that opportunity to go take revenge. And the problem with this guy is, it doesn't look like he had any from all the reports that came out, they didn't show any criminal history or any history of violent behavior, outbursts, and whatnot. So that's really, he was unpredictable. Nobody expected him to do that. That's the craziest part. No one expected for him to go into that building and just start shooting the place and killing 12 people and hurting 6 others. Nobody expected that. That was the scary part. So I feel really, really bad for the people that lost their lives, and especially their families and loved ones, that their friends that have to deal with the loss. They're not here anymore. So rest in peace to all the 12 lost souls, and condolences to them and their families. Hope you guys are enjoying the content that I am creating on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I hope I catch you all later. Stay safe out there, everybody. Because you don't know what crazy people are out there. Peace.
Yeah.